Hi, my name is David Carruthers, and I'm the person who put this book together called Daily Transformation. It originally came out of an idea that I learned from Pastor Wayne Cadero, where I was learning to journal and read my Bible every day. And then added 3 more sections to help us all grow in making disciples. I'll share more about that in the section on how to read your Bible on a daily basis. But I'm here in Planeta Rica, Colombia, training some folks. And so we're almost in outdoor elements, if you couldn't tell by the sweat that's going to be forming on my brow. But I wanted to be able to help you know how to share your faith. What I mean by that is your personal testimony. I encourage you to, when you share the gospel, God's story, that you look at the 3-circle video. But right now, I'm just going to share with you briefly, how do you share your personal testimony? When you share your testimony, you need to be brief. We don't have a lot of time with folks. People are busy. And besides that, you really don't want to put them to sleep. You want to, if they're open, you want to get right to sharing with them how they can be restored to their relationship with Jesus Christ. So in the context of sharing your faith with someone one-on-one, you need to be brief. And I would encourage you to think about being under 90 seconds. All right, that may seem like impossible to do, but I'm going to show you how you can do it. You might even be able to do it in less than 60 seconds, and it still be very meaningful. Now, you probably know that there are 3 parts to a personal testimony. There's your life before Jesus, your life how you met Jesus, and then your life after meeting Jesus. So simply put, it's looking back, looking up, and looking forward. It's very similar to how we do a Bible study, our Bible study method, if you remember those terms, or you'll learn them soon. Our life before Jesus, I wanted you to encourage you to think about, can you come up with some adjectives that describe your life about what it was like before Jesus? Not stories, words that describe your life. Like for me, I grew up in a family that didn't go to church and really couldn't help me know who Jesus was. So I wondered, I believed that God existed, but I wondered if God cared about me and if he knew my name. So does God know David? I didn't know. And second of all, does God care about me? So does God know me? Does God care about me? I also felt lost. I was confused. I was a young boy when I was aware of these feelings. My parents got divorced when I was 5 years old. So there was a lot of questions about, where do I fit in the world? Am I a bad person? Did I create my divorce? I couldn't have told this to my parents, but this sort of guilt was on the inside of me, even as a young boy. I remember now when I came to know Christ, and this needs to be brief as well. And you want to talk about where you were and how it happened quickly. So for me, I was at camp. I was 11, and there I discovered that Jesus loved me. And the reason why he died on the cross was to pay for my sins so I could be in right relationship. So sin forgiven, all right? And now what is my life after Jesus? Sometimes it's hard to describe, and sometimes we feel like we got to tell people every good thing that ever happened to us. But I think the best thing to do is to look at the adjectives that you used to describe your life before and then show them now as a solution if they are, or to the level of solution they are. So you say, I know now that God knows me. He knows me. Not only does he know me, he knows my name. And he loves me. And I don't feel lost anymore. I feel found. And I have a purpose in life. So do these 3 things: looking back, looking up, how you met God, and then looking forward, your life since then. And then you can simply now put this in a story form that's very brief, like this. I grew up in a home that couldn't help me know about God. My family didn't go to church. I really didn't have any friends that went to church. And when I asked my family about questions about God, they couldn't help me. My parents got divorced at an early age, and so I felt lost and confused and wondered, does God care about my life, my family? Does he know my name? Does he care at all? I found out when I was 11 years old that he does know my name, that he loved me. It was there that I discovered that Jesus died on the cross to take care of the sins that I felt were in my life. The ones I thought my parents' divorce was as a result of me, and I could feel forgiveness over that. And since discovering that, God has shown me that he knows me. He knows my name. I am David. I'm David, and he knows it. And that he has a plan for my life and that he loves me. And then when you're done sharing your story, you need to ask them a question, so you invite them to tell their story. And so you ask, have you discovered that God knows you and your name? Tell me about it. Once they answer, they might say, no, I've never had that. I went to church, but I'm not sure God really cares about my life. Well, let me share with you how. And then you can share with them the 3 circles. You know, many people know Jesus died on the cross, so let me share with you why he died on the cross and share the 3 circles. If a person says, I've been to church my whole life, but I'm not sure I've done this. I'm not sure that I'll go to heaven tonight. Well, then you can say, well, let me show you the 3 circles. You see, there's a way to move. Some people might say, well, that's nice, and all you did was plant a seed. But don't count it as that's just all you did. You were giving glory to Jesus for the things he's been doing in our life. And that's what God asks us to do, is to go and to tell the things he's done. I hope this helps you. And I hope that you'll apply this very night by sharing with somebody how you came to know Jesus.